Evening, folks. See if I can level this thing up a little bit. Now let's try some. All right, start over, Dennis. 1, 2, 3. Evening, folks. Hope everybody had a good week. Guys, I've got a lot of good feedback this week in the comments on the color this week. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now look, you can see the blue in the back, but when I spin it through the back of the camera, I'm looking. I can see that green tint on the outside of it. It's because I put the emerald in first to highlight. What a highlight does is it gives the outer edge of the bait a color. Blue Boy has blue highlight in it, and when you spin the bait, it has a blue look on the outside of it, and it has blue coloring in it. But this has green highlight, as you see me make it, and the blue in it. So it has a greenish tint. And then with the chartreuse, it's just a chartreuse. It's just a sunshine color and with chartreuse flake in it. But guys, it works very good. Some of y'all made comments that you loved it. It's selling good. Everybody that's been ordering lately most people have been ordering some of it. All right. And I think it's been a good one. Now, I said this in a video. I don't think I said it in the one y'all watched today. But guys, I make 3 or 4 videos a week. You know, I'm loading fun videos every Wednesday and Friday. So, and I got a few extras I might throw in on Saturday here and there. Not this week, but coming up. Right now, I have like 30 videos on YouTube in the studio. My son said I have. If you click on a symbol, I'll show you in a minute when I go back over there. My son said I have 600 videos now. So some of y'all have made comments about watching my old stuff. Well, there's 600 of them on there. But anyway, if I said this in a couple of videos, it's coming up. Y'all probably going to hear me say it. The colors that sell good, like this color really sells good, I'll move it into a couple other bodies too. Maybe the Tweety Bird and maybe the Tadpole Junior. Not the Stinger Junior. Stinger Junior don't shoot good. I have trouble with it in solid baits. I've been monkeying with the mold. You heard me say it in another video. I've been fouling the ports and everything else trying to get it better. The heads don't feel like good in it. The Tadpole Junior shoots decent. The full-size Tadpole shoots good, but it doesn't sell good. That's why I've made some in it. I've made some in the full-size Tadpole. I got about 6 bags that I've made. And I was going to put that online too. And the reason I held back, I'm just holding on to them, is because the full-size Tadpole, I don't sell many. A bag here, a bag there. So why would I make these dual colors in something in a bait shape that's not selling, right? So y'all think as a businessman a little bit. You see what I'm doing? I'm not going to spend my time making baits that's going to sit on the shelf, in other words, and put plastic and stuff and my time into baits that's going to sit on the shelf. The LC Shad, this body shape right here, is selling the best right now. The Tweety Bird sells good, and it's a good bait. It deserves it. It's just them 2 little split tails just draw some attention. All right, and we're going to talk about that when we get into the video. All right, y'all ready? Let's see what number we're going to be at tonight. But appreciate y'all guys that are ordering. I've got September's been the best month I've ever had. Sam helps me, Wildlife Adventures. He's a good help. He fishes with my baits. I sent him some of the new colors. He fished with the Blue Moon this week. It's funny I put it out the same week, but that wasn't planned. He put that video out, and I emailed to him. I said, I'm putting one on Blue Moon this week, too. So, just the way it goes. Next week, this coming up, before the catch is coming Sunday, it's going to be 4 colors. You're going to win 4 colors at one time. You'll understand once you see the video. All right, you ready? It's going to be something a little different. I'm trying to do the porter catches, some of them a little different, guy. Something that we haven't been doing. Here we go. It done that last week. It went from 224 to 230 this time. Last week it went backwards 2 numbers. I never seen it do that before. But anyway, maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, guys. Blue Moon LC Shad. That's why I start there, so y'all can say I'm on the same video. Guys, you see we got a lot more comments that time the numbers left. So I comment back. It counts my comments too, so that means we had 50 guesses. All right. We're looking for 230. Wayne, you messed it. 10, low. Jamie, low, 13. 188. I see. Awesome color. That's what I'm saying. 130, 230's over. John went over. 272. Number's 230. But really good comments about the bait. Rodney, I think you're going to be knocked out. We'll keep going. 175, 230. Yeah, I think you're going to be. There you go already. All right, Larry, 201. We'll write that down. All right. Freddie's low. Freddie Garmin. That's Glenn. All right, 371's over. We're 230. 72 is way. 113 way down there. 195 way down there. 250's over. Way down there. 277. The number's 230. 351 is way up there, Jesse. 145. Yeah, he asked about the tool that I use to get that jig out of the fish's mouth sometimes. It's a Mr. Crappy tool. Dave from Oregon sent it to me. I did look it up. Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, place like that have it. It's not a cheap tool either, guys. It's like, I think it's like $18. But it's a hook sharpener too, and the hook sharpener works good. I use the hook sharpener a lot. I use it almost every fishing trip. I check my jig hook sometimes, guys, and you'd be surprised, especially if you get hung up and you get your jig back, you need to check it. Because if your hook's real sharp, you can bend that little point some. You can take that tool, it's got a groove in it, run it across the 3 or 4 licks, you're ready to go again. All right, Jim, you didn't leave a number. Okay, and I'm looking for the reply too. Dave here sent it to me. David, he's named Dave. He called him Dave. He's in Oregon. Let's see, Scott, you didn't leave a number. And I think you did in a minute though, if I remember right. 28, 131, 50. Albert, good morning, Albert. Albert's usually the first one to comment. I think he's waiting for that video. 283, you're way over, Otto. Otto, I hope you're getting better, buddy. He said he burned himself with the plastic. Oh, I'll tell you, I burnt my hand one time. I opened my injector too soon. Mason was standing, we was talking. I shot the moles, laid it down, said something to him, turned around and opened it. And he went, stop, and it was too late. And some of it dripped out on my pinky. And I had one little burn spot on my pinky. It swelled up and blistered. And he said, Dennis, you just shot that. I'll tell you, I learned a lesson that day. If somebody's in my shop now, I quit. I quit shooting baits. You know, or I tell them, wait a minute. Stand back and just wait a minute. Because you lose track of time when somebody's in here talking to them, right? And that's what happened to me. It wasn't his fault. It was my fault. But I learned a lesson that you get distracted by other people. You know, driving's the same way. You got to be careful. Ride with people and you get to tell them the story and bam, you go, oh, I messed that turn. Y'all ain't never done that, have you? There's 2 201s. Now, how'd y'all do that? All right, I'll go back and look at them. They're on my phone. I might have to stop and go dig my phone upstairs and look. It's upstairs being charged. All right. And you can't go by the line up here. Look here, 2 days ago, 2 hours ago. See? You can't go by how they're lined up on the computer. But my phone, when you comment, my phone gives them to me in order. Right away, and it tells me, and it gives me the time. That's why I leave them on my phone before I do, and I delete them after tonight. All right? 127, 366. The number is 230, 262, 177. All right, we ain't got to worry about that anyway. We don't have to worry about the tie. Lee just knocked that out. Number's 230, he's got 222. All right, Lee, don't live too far from me. He won one time last year, and I think last March, if I remember right, Lee. And I met him here in Tanglewood. He come and met me, and I gave him to him. All right, so Lee knocked those 2 out. It's going to happen. Somebody leaves the same number. So I have sent 2 orders out before, but my phone usually separates out. All right, 266 is over. Sid, well, all right. Here's what I was going to share with y'all. All right, Sid, I'm going to give something away here. Sid's been fishing Grenada. He said he caught fish all week long, 2+ pounders. Wow, Grenada's just famous for that, ain't they? And he said he was catching them on the snowflake color. Okay, lemon lime. That's the limeade. And on the big, he said they caught the biggest fish on creamy. All right, I already see y'all. Some of y'all read the comments going like, creamy. All right. Then he said the class, they had a big tournament going on, the Crappie Masters. Out of 172 boats, only 72 of them scratched the first day. But said you done good. But anyway, creamy. Sid put an order in. I'm gonna tell Sid. Sid put an order into me a month ago, and him and I have been talking about a color. All right. So I made some. So when he put his order in, I sent him a couple bags, 2 different bags of a creamy color. I called creamy because I made it. It's a creamy brown, guys. That's why I call it creamy. And with a pearl belly. And I made one little lighter, if I remember, with more yellow in it, because I used yellow and brown to make it. And I made one little brown, and I sent it to him. And I said, let me know down the road which one you like, which one works the best for you. All right? So it's a test color. I knew he was going to Grenada. He told me because he's been fishing Grenada once a month, right? That's the way I think I'm right said. So, guys, what a better place to test a new color than on Grenada, right? So if they caught the biggest fish all week in Grenada, we might be on something there, said. So I get a chance. It won't be tonight because I'll be editing stuff unless I get all this done at time. Said I'll see if I can get back with you and we'll talk about how well you like that color. But I do that sometimes, guys. I'll send you a new color and I'll write it on. I'll send you 5 or 6 of them, and I'll write it on the bag, test color. And some of y'all never contact. You never come back and comment to me and go, I liked it. I didn't like it. Most of y'all never comment back to me. And I asked you too. I go like, I don't write it on the paper. I tell you like this. A lot of you probably don't watch my show, but I'll mention it once in a while on Wednesday night. If I send you a test color, I mention it again right now. If I send you a test color and I write test on it, come back sometime and comment to me. Tell me if you liked it or not. All right? Say it's okay. So if you don't like it, say it didn't work for me, because I'm not going to sell a bait that's not catching fish. If I go ahead and I did have a really good day with them, guys, I had a ball with that color. They ate it up. And y'all watch Sam. Sam had no trouble catching fish on it. So anyway, all right. Make sure I ain't skipping anybody. 350 is over. The number is 230. I keep reminding myself, guys. 101. That's why these have been jumped down. I went through checking, make sure I have answered everybody's comments. So, and appreciate Donnie. Donnie said he's doing good on the baits, too. Said he went to a lighter jig, and somebody else did too on the video today. I loaded. I don't remember who it was now. Somebody else made a comment. They bought some jigs from him. I think he bought 4 packs of jigs, of 1/32 ounce ones, and he bought the size 6 and 8 for the bug and for the tadpole, and he said they worked really good in his lake. Said the fishing slowed down, so he downsized and he went to 2-pound test line, but he said he went to a 5.5-foot rod. I think I can't fish with a 5.5-foot rod. I feel like I got a toy in my hand. I use 7-foot rods, guys. I got one 6.5, and I don't use it very often because I don't like it. I like the rod action. I like the feel of the rod. I don't like the length of it. The rods you see me use most of the time, they're all 7-footers. And I'll tell you what, once you get used to that 7-footer, you can throw that little jig further, guys. If you're casting or skipping under a dock, you can get more whip in that tip. See what I'm saying? You got that 7-foot rod, you can whip that little tip, and you can get that jig, you can skip it further with that 7-footer. I got Denelli's. They're great rods. They're around $50, and they're made just for crappie fishing. All right, they're light action. And I had the new, the one you see me with the cork Canon I fish all the time with. I don't like putting it down now. I love that rod. It's the new Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie Classic. Just came out this year. It's a new one. It's $60, but pick one up. I had a friend here last week. He was looking over my boat. He reached down and picked that rod up. He looked at me and went, oh my gosh, it weighs nothing. I have 1,000 size reels, guys. I use the smallest reel I can put on them. The 500's the smallest. I use 1,000s. And why? The weight of them. They don't weigh nothing. So I have so they're very light. So the rod weighs nothing. It's light. The reel weighs nothing. That's why I do that. And I like 2 and 4 pound tests because it throws better. Your bait will skip further on the dock with 2 pound test. I got a rod with 6. I can tell you, the rod with 6, I put a 16-ounce jig on it. I keep a 16th on it, and because it don't throw as good. It throws fine with the 16th now, but you put a 1/48 on it, no, you can't hardly. It don't throw as far. The 2 pound will go on out there with it. And I'm just using Bass Pro Shop 2 pound. Somebody asked me that. I've used different brands. It's hard to find. Bass Pro Shop's the easiest thing to find, so I've been using that. But it was gave to me also. My neighbor Jody gave it to me. I make odd end baits for him. I made some clear baits for him. So I made a clear bait video. I made him some. And he's the one who got me the idea about it, so I thought I'd make some try it. Anyway, and I just made some dark blue baits for him. He wanted some bugs in dark, real deep blue, so I made some for him. So he gives me jigs. He's the first one who gave me the small jigs. And that little mold I was using is his. So we do some trading and that kind of thing too. All right. But anyway, 2:36. I'm just backtracking here looking. All right, guys. Down the road, I'm going to start trying to do a live. Hopefully sometime in October or November. Don't hold me to it. My son, I've been talking about it. He went over. Mark, you went over too. I'm backtracking this looking. Gotta make sure I didn't skip somebody. And I'll do it again after I get off of here. Him and I have been talking about doing the live. I want him to be here with me when we do it one time. He's an hour and 45 minutes from me. He lives outside of Richmond, Virginia. So I'm here on the lake in Gaston, so it's kind of hard to do, but he's a computer expert. That's what he does for a living. He's a graphic designer. So he says, Dad, it's not hard. I said, well, he does. He gives music lessons. He gives banjo, mandolin, guitar lessons online. So he does that kind of stuff all the time. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. There you go. Again, let me know what you think of the Blue Moon color in a comment somewhere down the road. Would you like to see it in the Tadpole Junior or the Tweety Bird Junior? And maybe the fluke. The fluke shoots good. It just don't sell good. Again, I've got some videos coming up that I'm going to be fishing the fluke in. So I sell a few flukes, but the fluke and the tadpole, the 2-inch tadpole, I just don't sell many of them. So I don't want to start making a bait something just going to sit there. I made the limeade in the fluke and the stinger, the 2-inch stinger. Somebody bought some this week. That's the first ones I've sold since I made them. And how long has that been, guys? When did I put those colors on? June? Yeah, it's been 3 or 4 months. I've sold the first ones this week. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Why would I spend my time making baits in a color that it's not, or a bait shape it's not selling? So we'll stay with the LC Shad right now. Some of the colors and the dual colors, like Wally and some of those in the stinger and the fluke, and then the tadpole, big tadpole. When they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to remake them. I'm just going to remake them in this LC Shad. So all the dual colors will be in the LC Shad. And if I make them anything else, it will be the Tweety Bird and Tadpole Junior as of now. Okay? All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for buying and ordering baits. Like I say, it's been a good September. Thank y'all for watching Fishing Lake Country. We're growing. We're slowly growing. We're averaging about two new subscribers a day, which is great. One of these days, we're going to catch Sam. Sam's almost at 10,000. But that's not my goal. My goal is not to be 10,000 on YouTube. My goal is to build this bait company and make some baits that y'all want to use and catch fish with, guys. And I say this, and I don't mean to be smart about it. I'm trying to make colors that catch fish and not fishermen. I want colors you put in your tackle box and you know that you can catch crappie on them. You just got to match that color to your watercolor to that day. Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? The video I loaded today about cloudy days, that's what I'm talking about. And our water's about 3 foot visibility. If you got a cloudy day, you can get by with bait with chartreuse. That winter color, somebody made a comment today about it, said that winter color was great with the chartreuse tail. It is. It's great. It's blue with the chartreuse tail. It works great. Winter. The name winter fit it good, I'm telling you, because it works great. But that's what it's about. On a cloudy day, on my lake, you can't beat chartreuse. On the tail, maybe solid chartreuse. Should work on your lake too. But like I said last week, everything I do might not match up on your lake. You got to use it, and you might have to change it a little bit to suit you, to suit your lake. But just trying to help you along. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all, guys. Hey, we'll talk to y'all again next Wednesday. See ya.